Took a personality quiz, one of those nice little online ones, and I'm now going to read you my 1,000 results. So coming in at number 1, I am 92% Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter. I am 90% Lady Sybil Crawley from Downton Abbey. I am 90% William H. Shakespeare Hill, not to be confused with William Shakespeare. This is a character from a show called This Is Us. I am not 90% William Shakespeare. I am 89% Kaylee Fry from Firefly. I am 89% Abby Shuto from NCIS. I'm 89% Lilo from Lilo and Stitch. I am 88% Nymphadora Tonks from Harry Potter. Coming in at 88%, I am Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Haven't watched it. I really hope that's how you pronounce it. I am 88% Fox Mulder from The X-Files. Also coming in at 88%, I am Gwynnon from Star Trek: The Next Generation. I'm also Hilda Spellman, 88% from Sabrina. Also Ambrose Spellman at 88% from Sabrina. I'm Han Lu from Fast and Furious for another 88%. And coming in at 87%, I am Alice Cullen from Twilight. I am Hagrid from Harry Potter, 86%. I'm also 86% Phoebe Buffay from Friends. I am 86% sure that you pronounce this Iro, also from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Hoban Washburn from Firefly, clocking in at a lovely 86%. I am Jack Pearson from This Is Us, the other show that not William Shakespeare is from. Excuse me. 86% is where we come in there. I am Marie Kreutz from The Bourne Identity, 86%. I'm 85% Sirius Black from Harry Potter. I'm 85% Jake Sisko from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Coming in at 85% as well, I am Reginald Bubbles Cousins from The Wire. I am 85% the Oracle from The Matrix. Also 85% Toby Damon from This Is Us. Salah from Ladles of the Rotten. Coming in at 84%, I am Stan Rizzo from Mad Men. I can see even my laptop's getting bored, so I'm just going to bring it back. Deanna Troi, 84%, Star Trek The Next Generation. I am 84% Wes Gibbons from How to Get Away with Murder. Next three are also coming in at 84%. That is Barry Allen and Cisco Ramon from The Flash, and Lily Aldrin from How I Met Your Mother. Coming in at 83%, we've got Harry Potter from Harry Potter. We've got Luke Skywalker from Star Wars. We've also got Troy Barnes from Community. I'll take that. Willow Rosenberg from Buffy the Vampire Slayer is coming in at also 83%. Not surprising, since I'm also Lily Aldrin from How I Met Your Mother. Same actress. I'm Rachel Chu from Crazy Rich Asians, also 83%. I'm Damien from Mean Girls. Fernando Souk from Prison Break. Ben Hargreaves from the Umbrella Academy. All those three were also 83%. At 82%, I'm Arthur Weasley from Harry Potter. I'm also Dobby from Harry Potter for 82%. I'm Ty Lee from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm Neo from The Matrix, also 82%. Robin Hood of Robin Hood fame, I'm 82%. Tasty Jefferson, 82%. All right. From Orange is the New Black. I realise I didn't say then. Rosalind Walker from Sabrina, 82%. I am Kiara from Outer Banks for 82%. I'm also Mulan from Mulan at 82%. Sorry about that. Coming in at 81%, I am Ginny Weasley, Molly Weasley, and George Weasley from Harry Potter. I'm also Lupin from Harry Potter, choosing not to read the first name because I don't want to get it wrong for an audience on YouTube. I am Desmond Hume from Lost for 81%. Also Go Pik Lin from Crazy Rich Asians, I am 81%. Marion Ravenwood, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Can you guess how much I am for them? Correct. Bonnie Bennett from The Vampire Diaries, I am also exactly. Hugo Hurley Reyes from Lost, I'm 80% on that one. Charlie Pace, also from Lost, 80%. Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop. Daniel Jackson from Stargate CG-1. Joe March from Little Women. All 80% these, should have said, all 80%. Someone from Inception. Also 80%. Christopher Turk. Honestly thought I was more JD than Turk, but the powers that be, I'm 80% Turk. From Scrubs. Sarah from Prison Break, 80%. Coming in at 80% also for Chien Po from Mulan. Mia from the Fast and the Furious franchise, we're going for 80% on that one. I'm 79% Albus Dumbledore. Both from The Office, I am 79% Jim and Pam. Elizabeth Bennet from Pride and Prejudice, also coming in at 79%. Oh, we've got a few 79%ers. Got a few. We're looking at Jadzia Dax from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Cassidy or Cassidy, if you're that way inclined, Yates from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Frodo Baggins from The Lord of the Rings. Glenn Rhee. That was Glenn Rhee from The Walking Dead. Angel Batista. Excuse me again, I'm much gassier than I thought today. So sorry about that. Simba from The Lion King. Yeah, 79%, an obvious one there. Salvatore Romano from Mad Men. That's another 79%. Will Turner, Pirates of the Caribbean. 79%. Beth March from Little Women. Kate Pearson, This Is Us. Patrick Jane, The Mentalist. The name of the show, not. Mercedes Jones from Glee, all 79%. Before you ask, all 79%. Raven Reyes from The 100. Dr. Claire Brown from The Good Doctor. Brian O'Connor from Fast and Furious. Ellis Boyd Redding from The Shawshank Redemption, 79%. Claire Littleton from Lost, 78%. Meredith Grey, Grey's Anatomy, 78%. Merry and Pippin from Lord of the Rings, both coming in at an equal 78%. Inara from Firefly, 78%. Ed from Cowboy Bebop. Maid Marian from Robin Hood. Marmy March from Little Women. Theodore Lawrence from Little Women. Channy from Dune, still 78%. John Michael Dorian from Scrubs. See, I knew it. 78%. Felicity Smoak, I think, from Arrow. Right, now we're on to 77%. Okay, so the ones from now will be 77% of me. Georgiana Darcy, Pride and Prejudice. Katara from Avatar The Last Airbender. Fez from that 70s show. Peter Mellark from The Hunger Games. D'Angelo Barksdale, and that's from The Wire. Pumbaa from The Lion King, also 77%, not surprised, to be honest. Ilsa Lund from Casablanca. Mrs. Hudson from Sherlock. Mrs. Hudson, 77%. Also coming in at 70%, I am Little John from Robin Hood, Friar Tuck from Robin Hood, and Rebecca Pearson, my mistake, from This Is Us. I am Klinger from MASH. I'm Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, 77% at least anyway, at least. Klaus Hargreaves from The Umbrella Academy. John B. from Outer Banks. Alexis Castle from Castle, 70%. I'm also 70. Sorry. Should I start again? No, it's all right. 77%. Alexis Castle from Castle. Marshall from How I Met Your Mother, 77. All right, now we're into the 76 category. So I'm 76% Gandalf from The Lord of the Rings. Dr. Ellie Sattler from Jurassic Park. Shelley Johnson from Twin Peaks. Benjamin Hawkeye Pierce from MASH. Billy Bibbit from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Forrest Gump of Forrest Gump fame. Sabrina Spellman from Sabrina. Well, there we go. Darlene from Mr. Robot. Cameron James, 10 Things I Hate About You. Still 76%, by the way, at this point, in case you've forgotten. You won't have forgotten. Andy something from The Shawshank Redemption. Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. So I'm a bit more Lilo, but I'm also Stitch. 76%. Donna from that 70s show and Kitty Foreman from that 70s show are coming in at 75%. Izzy from Grey's Anatomy. Anna Bates from Downton Abbey. Omar Little from The Wire. Parker from Alien. These are all 75%, these ones. Crazy Eyes, Orange is the New Black, 75%. Tammy Taylor, Friday Night Lights, 75%. The Chief from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 75%. Brittany Pierce from Glee. The Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz. Beverly from Hannibal. Chiana from Farscape, might be pronounced Kiana, for any Farscape aficionados out there. Just styled that one out. I just nearly forgot the word halfway through saying it. Basher from Ocean's 11. Dr. Madeline Madden from The Departed. And that's where the 75% ends. Now we're into 74%. So bear that in mind for any notes you might be making. Samwell fucking Tarly. Samwell Tarly from Game of Thrones. Donna Moss from The West Wing. George O'Malley from Grey's Anatomy. River from Firefly. Carl Grimes from The Walking Dead. We also have Timon from The Lion King. I am 74% Timon from The Lion King. Buffy Summers, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, of course. Jules from Superbad. Some of these, I've seen them. Couldn't tell you who the characters are. 64% me, though. 74% Jake Peralta from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm also Indiana Jones from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Kevin Keller from Riverdale. Patrick Verona. 10 Things I Hate About You. Who's Patrick Verona? Oh my god, they had licks. Oh my god. Licks? Links. Turns out Patrick was Heath Ledger's character, so 74%. Am I surprised? A little bit. Richard Castle from Castle. Nanny or Nani from Lilo and Stitch. I haven't watched it in a long time. Those were all 74%. Right, we're on to 73 now. I am 73% Ron Weasley from Harry Potter. Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad. Daryl from Firefly. Dennis Cutty Wise from The Wire. Nala from The Lion King. This is the point where I just want to say that I'm on 162 of 1,000 and I've just realised 73% Nick Young from Crazy Rich Asians. Norma Jennings from Twin Peaks. Is she the one that died? Trinity from The Matrix, 73%. Well, I mean, that's obvious. We're looking at Juliet from Romeo and. Charles Boyle from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That's 73%. So, yeah, you can cut it. It makes sense. Jacob Black and Esme Cullen both come in at 73% for Twilight. Eve Pilastri, Killing Eve. Dominic Toretto from Fast and Furious. And Mark Watney from The Martian. 73%. I am 72%, however, Jon Snow from Game of Thrones. Also Tyrion Lannister. So, Kelly from The Office. Thor from Marvel, I guess. Peter Quill, also from Marvel. Jane from Breaking Bad. To be fair, I could see me getting into a dangerous relationship with a Jesse Pinkman type. And then, you know, dying. Excuse me again, sorry, there's probably going to be a few burps through this. Excuse me, like that one. We're all humans here. I'm on 179 of 1,000, so you're going to have to forgive me. Aragorn from The Lord of the Rings. Leslie Knope from Parks and Recreation. I'll take that. Carrie Bradshaw, Sex and the City. 72%. Haven't watched much of it, but God, such a Carrie. Apparently. Rita from Dexter. Lester from The Wire. Michael Lee, also from The Wire. Maeve Millay from Westworld. Also Dale Cooper and Lucy Moran from Twin Peaks. Can you see me starting to pair them up now? Part of me thought maybe this might be a mindfulness exercise. You know, I'm going to Morpheus from The Matrix, 72%. Jay Gatsby from The Great. Ms. Sharon Norbury from Mean Girls. Who's Ms. Sharon Norbury? It's Tina Fey's character. Bo Peep from Toy Story, 72%. Nikki Nichols, Orange is the New Black. Michael Schofield, I'm assuming not related to Philip. Prison Break, 72%. Thea Queen from Arrow. Mushu from Mulan. Kenny from Killing Eve. And finally, Giselle Yashar from Fast and Furious. They're all my 72% scores. I am 71% Ygritte from Game of Thrones. Have I bitten off more than I can chew here? I'm gonna finish. Name of your sex tape. Oberyn Martell from Game of Thrones, 71%. 71% likely to have my head crushed, maybe? Josiah Bartlett and Sam Seaborn from The West Wing come in at 71%. Jane from Pride and Prejudice, Hakoda from Avatar, Daisy Mason from Downton Abbey, Malcolm Reynolds from Firefly, Steve Brady from Sex and the City, Akasheta from Westworld, Astrid Leon Teo, Crazy Rich Asians, 71%, all 71%. Dr. Ian Malcolm, Jurassic Park, 71%. Donna Hayward, Twin Peaks. Dom Cobb, Inception. You know, it feels like I watched Inception when I was really hungover, and I couldn't remember much of it. But does anyone know the names of the characters in that? Like, is that a film where you watch it and you're like, Dom Cobb's back? If so, I'm 71% Dom Cobb. Cobb Dom. Rex from Toy Story. Jonah Bird from Ozark. Francis Mulcahy from MASH. Beverly Crusher from Star Trek. Sarah Cameron from Outer Banks, and JJ from Outer Banks. These are all 71%. 70% Joey Tribbiani from Friends. I'm just over 200 in. I was hoping I could just... Soccer. 70% Avatar The Last Airbender. Sun Hua Kon from Lost. Julian Bashir from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars. Katniss Everdeen from The Hunger Games. Also Clementine Pennyfeather from Westworld. I was about to be like, that's a made-up name. Anyway, Lucius Fox from The Dark Knight. Kara from Battlestar Galactica. Also John Hammond from Jurassic Park. And Elizabeth Swann from Pirates of the Caribbean. Also 70%, we're looking at Olivia Benson from Law and Order SUV. SVU. SUV would be silly. Friar Lawrence from Romeo and Juliet. Yanis Ian from Mean Girls. Or Janice. 70%. Hugo Glenn Coco. Lorna Morello, Orange is the New Black, also 70%. Also Terry Jeffords from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Beth Pearson from This Is Us. Oh, this is the time. I need to straighten my back a bit and introduce you to my knee. Introduce the video to this knee. Beth Pearson, This Is Us. Did I say that? 70%? Because I am. So I'm trying to... There's a bike here. so I can't like get my leg. Charlotte Bird, Ozark. Also Wyatt Langmore from Ozark. Paul from Dune. Ted Mullins from Shit Creek. The Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz. Oliver Hampton from How to Get Away with Murder. Jughead Jones from Riverdale. Stefan from The Vampire Diaries. They were all 70%. So now we're moving down to... Wasn't actually meant to be like, 69. But, Kira from Deep Space Nine, that's Star Trek. Derek Shepherd from Grey's Anatomy. Marge Simpson, 69%. Princess Leia from Star Wars. Marge Simpson is from The Simpsons. Just in case you didn't get that. Marge Simpson of The Simpsons. Samwise Gamgee, Lord of the Rings. Legolas, Lord of the Rings. Cora Crawley, Countess of Grantham. That's me down to a T. Downton Abbey, 69%, mate. Raj Koothrappali, The Big Bang Theory, 69%. Odafin Tutola from Law and Order SVU. We learnt our mistake, didn't we? Wasn't it funny? Do you remember when I said SUV instead of SVU? To the 3 people watching at this point. James Hurley, Twin Peaks, 69%. Fogel, parentheses, McLovin. I am 69% McLovin from Superbad. Arthur from Inception. Oh, Arthur. Of course. Flaca Gonzalez from Orange is the New Black. We're looking at Sophie from This Is Us. Also Carla Espinosa from Scrubs. Geordie LaForge. I only know that name because of a rap. Geordie LaForge. Star Trek The Next Generation. Susan Meyer from Desperate Housewives. We're also looking at Dr. Alison Cameron from House MD. Jason Mendoza from The Good Place. Billy Costigan from The Departed. Brooks Hatlam from The Shawshank Redemption are all 69%. Chandler Bing from Friends, the first of the 68%. Also Michael Scott from The Office. Charles Bingley from Pride and Prejudice. Bingley, Bingley, Bongley. Benjamin Sisko from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Bruce Banner. 68% of the time you wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Hawkeye, also from Marvel, 68%. Hulk is from... Bruce Banner is the Hulk from the Hulk fame. Penny from The Big Bang Theory. Anne Perkins, Parks and Recreation. Arbed from Community. Daryl Dixon, 68% still. She's from The Walking Dead. Molly Hooper from Sherlock. Romeo from Romeo and Juliet, 68%. So I'm a bit more Juliet, but there's a raging battle within me. Wow, isn't there in all of us though? A battle inside us to love ourselves. Samantha Carter, Stargate SG-1. Matt and Landry from Friday Night Lights. We're still on 68% here. Kramer from Seinfeld. Excuse me. Seinfeld or Seinfeld? That's my question. Walter, I think it's Seinfeld. It's also my answer. Walter Radar O'Reilly from MASH, 68%. Princess Anna Karenina from Anna Karenina. Stevie Budd from Schitt's Creek, also Letty Ortiz from Fast and the Furious. They're all 68%. You ever like get half an hour into something and you're like, what am I doing? It's never happened to me, but like, just wondering. Charlie Young from The West Wing. This is the part of the video where I introduce you to my other knee and a portion of my shin and thigh. Kate Austen from Lost. Black Panther from Marvel. Carol from The Walking Dead. We're also looking at Roland from The Wire. Also Beatrice Russell from The Wire. Alfred Pennyworth, 67%. I mean, I guess I do what I'm told. Sharon Boomer Valeri from Battlestar Galactica. Fucking Boomer. Angel from Buffy. Audrey Horne from Twin Peaks. Kurt Hummel from Glee. Harvey Kinkle from Sabrina. Will Graham from Hannibal. I actually did this because I thought it would tell me what Hannibal character I am. And finally it has. Iris West from The Flash. Kalinda Sharma, The Good Wife. Danny Ocean and Rusty Ryan from Ocean's 11. I'm also 67% Melanie Hamilton from Gone with the Wind. And Mammy from Gone with the Wind. I am 66% Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones. Also Arya Stark. Also Davos Seaworth. It's at this point I'm on number 306 and I'm starting to think that maybe I'm not all of these people. Phyllis from The Office, Joey Lucas from The West Wing, Tony Stark from Iron Man, also Marvel, 66%. Zoe Washburn, Firefly, Rust from True Detective, Dolores from Westworld, also Rick Blaine and Victor Laszlo from Casablanca. Because the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I'm every single character in different percentages. But you knew that. Like looking at my reflection on the screen, like, you knew. Laura Roslin from Battlestar Galactica. Callie Henderson, also from Battlestar Galactica. These are 66%. Xander Harris from Buffy. Meg March from Little Women. Tyra Collette from Friday Night Lights. Mia Wallace from Pulp Fiction. Excuse me. Again. Oh, a little one escaped me there. Didn't mean for it to happen, but it did. Carlisle Cullen, Twilight. Donald Mallard from NCIS. Also from NCIS, Jimmy Palmer. Randall McMurphy, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Konstantin Levin from Anna Karenina. Remember that one from before, Anna Karenina? I'm also Anna. At another percentage, slightly higher. Grace Van Pelt from The Mentalist. Mike Delfino, Desperate Housewives. Jenny Curran, Forrest Gump. I mean, it makes sense. I'm also Forrest. Why wouldn't I be Jenny? The Cowardly Lion from The Wizard of Oz. Also Wizard of Oz. Also Nick Stokes from CSI Crime Scene Investigation. That is what that stands for. Elliot Alderson from Mr. Robot. Dr. Audrey Lim from from The Good Doctor. I wonder if they are the good Doctor. Javier Esposito, Castle. John Crichton from Farscape. Clarice Starling. Clarice, from Silence of the Lambs. And those are the 66%, so we're on to 65, and my cursor on my phone isn't even halfway. I mean, it's not, because 500 would be halfway. I'm on 335. Hermione Granger, 65%, from Harry Potter. Josh Lyman from The West Wing. CJ Gregg from The West Wing. Abby Bartlett from The West Wing. Syed from Lost. Black Widow from Marvel. Stephen Hyde from That 70s Show. Also Alex Karev from Grey's Anatomy. We're looking at Flynn from Breaking Bad. Maggie Hart from True Detective. Deborah Morgan from Dexter. Bunk Moreland from The Wire, 65%. Samuel Longshot Anders from Battlestar Galactica. Sometimes I get quite anxious about how to space out my days, and I get quite stuck in capitalist productivity thinking. And I have to say, it's not the worst thing I've done with my time. I think it's pretty anti-capitalist, if I say so. Where did we get to? We're on exactly 65%. Dr. John Watson from Sherlock. Tim Riggins from Friday Night Lights. Kevin Pearson from This Is Us. Princess Ekaterina Kitty Shabataskaya from Anna Karenina. Karenina sounds like the place where Karens live. Veronica Donovan, Prison Break. Dr. James Wilson, House. Janet from The Good Place. Bellamy Blake from The 100. It just reminded me this is the part of the video where I cross my legs and make a noise with this bag. Bellamy Blake from The 100. Erin Naird from Space Force. Caroline Forbes from The Vampire Diaries. 65% of me knows that I can't cross my legs properly because I'm not that flexible and I'm really long. That wasn't on here. Caitlin Snow from The Flash, also 65%. So shares that with my unflexible legs. Dr. Aaron Glassman, The Good Doctor. They are a pretty good doctor, I have to say. Gary Walsh from Veep. Pope from Outer Banks. Kat Stratford from 10 Things I Hate About You. I'm assuming... Do you want to submit this form again? No. No. Phew. 65% Alison from The Breakfast Club. Bet you were worried for a second there. What's going to be number 1,000? Can't wait. Martha Rogers from Castle, 65%. Alan Shaw from Boston Legal, also 65%. Jorah Mormont is the first one, coming in at 64% from Game of Thrones. Toph Beefong from Avatar. Nog from Deep Space Nine. Miles O'Brien, also from Deep Space Nine. Peggy Carter from Marvel. We are 64% Han Solo from Star Wars. Also Lady Edith Crawley and John Bates and William Mason from Downton Abbey. April Ludgate from Parks and Recreation, also coming in at 64%. We're looking at Marla Singer from Fight Club. Felix Lutz from Westworld. Joshua Gibbs from Pirates of the Caribbean, and Pete Martell from Twin Peaks. All still 64%. I'm pretty sure I said that. Did I say that? 64%. Mercutio from Romeo and Juliet. Well done me for pronouncing that right. Nick Carraway from The Great Gatsby. Katie Heron from Mean Girls. Ellen Ripley from Alien. Julie Taylor from Friday Night Lights. Francisco. I made that reference earlier, do you remember? Francisco D'Anconia. Lady Jessica from June. Eleanor Shellstrop from The Good Place. Laurel Castillo, How to Get Away with Murder, 64%. Damon Salvatore from The Vampire Diaries. Also Al Robbins from CSI Crime Scene Investigation. That is what it stands for. Just as a reminder. Grace Florrick, The Good Wife. Very good wife. Very good. Don't know what that means. What is a good wife? They exist. Good job. Jason. Jesus Christ. I'm 64% Jason Bourne. It's another reference. Ron from Deep Space Nine coming in at 63%. I nearly missed the shift from 4 to 3. Can you imagine if at 41 minutes and 30 seconds I missed the transition between numbers? I don't know what I'd do. Killing myself would be extreme. Midge Pinciotti from that 70s show, not that one, that one. Gail from The Hunger Games. Peggy Olson, Joan Holloway and Paul Kinsey from Mad Men. How much do I love it when there's 3 from the same show in the world? What? I've forgotten how to speak. Faye Valentine from Cowboy Bebop. Sounds fun. At number 400, just to give you an idea of where we're at, Officer Slater from Superbad, 63%. John Galt from Atlas Shrugged, 63%. Jules Winterfield, Pulp Fiction, 63%. Jasper Hale from Twilight, 63%. Wesley Crusher from Star Trek. The Next Generation. Nearly let myself get away with just saying Star Trek then. That would have been easier. Jessa Johansson from Girls. Lincoln Burrows from Prison Break. Dr. Robert Chase from House. Full name is House MD. I missed that out last time. MD stands for Mr. Doctor. Clark Griffin from The 100. Also from The 100, Octavia Blake. Time for my other thigh to come to the video. Other shin and small bruise. Dr. Alana Bloom from Hannibal, 63%. Villanelle from Killing Eve, lovely. Tess Ocean from Ocean's 11. And Meadow Soprano from The Sopranos, all 63%. I am coming in at 62%, Rob Stark, Game of Thrones. Sorry about that. Sorry. Wonder if anyone's going to use, like chill beats to study to. It's like, this is not going to happen, is it? Minerva McGonagall, Harry Potter. Lisa Simpson from The Simpsons. Leonard Hofstadter from Big Bang Theory. Shirley from Community. Hamish Abernathy from The Hunger Games. Kima Greggs from The Wire. Just smiling because it's spelled like Greggs, and now I'm thinking about pastries. Galen Tyrrell from Battlestar Galactica. Also Carl from Battlestar Galactic Band. Galactica. Rupert Giles, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, 62%. It's at this point I'd like to mention that I have OCD. So when I decide to do things like this, I have to see it through. I'm okay. Just letting you know, because I'm 424 in and it's... Jack Sparrow, 62% from Pirates of the Caribbean. Got a bit of an itchy nose there. Becca from Superbad, also Anthony DiNozzo from NCIS. We're looking at Ruth Langmore from Ozark. Princess Daria from Anna Karenina. There she is again. There they are, sorry. Don't want to assume. Jean-Luc Picard from Star Trek The Next Generation. We're looking at Adam Sackler from Girls. These are all 62%, just to remind you. Lincoln from Prison Break. We're looking at Will Schuster from Glee. Tina from Glee. Michael from The Good Place. Nate from Gossip Girl. Linus from Ocean's 11. Q from Tomorrow Never Dies. That brings us to the end of the 62%. Caitlin Stark from Game of Thrones, 61. Shay from Game of Thrones. Captain America and Captain Marvel from Marvel. Elsie Carson from Downton Abbey. Craig Pelton from Community. We've got Dale from The Walking Dead. We've got Jimmy McNulty from The Wire. Teddy Flood from Westworld. Number 6, Battlestar Galactica. It's got really dark and rainy all of a sudden, and I don't know whether that's a sign that I should continue. Sheriff Truman from Twin Peaks. Jack O'Neill from Stargate CG-1. Woody from Toy Story. I'm sure he would. Tobias from Arrested Development. Of course. Benjamin Franklin from Prison Break. Didn't know he featured in that. That's interesting. Lynette Scavo, or Scarvo, from Desperate Housewives. Julie from Desperate Housewives as well. Blondie from The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. Quinn Perkins from Scandal. Connor Walsh from How to Get Away with Murder. Also Captain Angela Ali, or Ali. Space Force, also from Space Force. Oh, do you hear how excited I get? I can say it quicker. Dr. Chan, Kai-Fang, Serena from Gossip Girl, Ling from Mulan, Rhett Butler, Gone with the Wind. And now we're down to 60%. We're nearly halfway. I say we, it's just me, innit? I'm nearly halfway. Fleur Delacour from Harry Potter. I think that's made up. Rachel Green from Friends. Kevin from The Office. Gamora from Marvel. Beryl Patmore from Downton Abbey. My advice? Patmore. Samantha Jones, Sex and the City. Also Vince from Dexter. Preston Broadus from The Wire. Elsie Hughes from Westworld. There's quite a few 60s, you know. I'm also 60% Bruce Wayne from The Dark Knight. Oh, and James Gordon from The Dark Knight. Dr. Alan Grant from Jurassic Park. Nelson from Silicon Valley. I am also the nurse from Romeo and Juliet for 60%. Eric Taylor from Friday Night Lights. Johnny from The Room. Emmett Cullen, makes sense, and quite a few other Cullens as well, from Twilight. Elaine Seinfeld from Seinfeld, 68%. Randall Pearson from This Is Us. The fact that my laptop keeps wanting to shut down is a sign, but I'm not shutting down, so don't fear. David Rose from Schitt's Creek. Brandon Stark from Game of Thrones. Oh my god, I missed the transition. I'm so sorry, guys. I'll have to start again. I'm joking. So we got to David Rose from Schitt's Creek. That was the final one of the 60%. Brandon Stark, 59, which makes more sense. James Ford from Lost. Doctor Strange from Marvel. Richard Webber, Grey's Anatomy. Also Britta from Community. Also Bernard Lowe from Westworld. Mufasa from The Lion King. I didn't think this would be the longest part of my day. Anastasia Duwala from Battlestar Galactica. Jared Dunn from Silicon Valley. We're looking at Melinda from Law and Order, SVU. Growth. We've learned our mistakes. This whole video is like an allegory for life. You start out, you don't know shit. You get to the end, you know a bit more shit. And then you die. Teal'c from Stargate SG-1. Karen Smith from Mean Girls. Vincent Vega, Pulp Fiction. Bella Swan from Twilight. Edward Cullen, also from Twilight. Timothy McGee, NCIS. George Michael Bluth, Arrested Development. I can't believe it was my laptop that gave up first, not me. I can't believe it. Right when I got to the 500 mark. On the plus side, it gave me like 10 to 15 seconds to let out the humongously painful fart I had held in because I wanted reality, but not that much reality, do you know what I mean? I don't think I'm ready to fart on YouTube. That being said, I'm halfway through. Let's see how we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to recap the last couple because I'm not sure where we got cut off from. At 59%, we're looking at Karen Smith from Mean Girls, Vincent Vega from Pulp Fiction, Bella Swan from Twilight, Edward Cullen, also from Twilight, Timothy McGee from NCIS, and George Michael Bluth from Arrested Development, which brings us to number 500. So this is your time to decide whether you want to do what you've just done again. Because I'm going to be. William Riker, these are all 59%, sorry for not reminding you. Star Trek The Next Generation. We've also got Teresa Lisbon from The Mentalist. Joe West from The Flash. Excuse me, Joe Bender from The Breakfast Club. Fine with burping, apparently. I draw the line at farts. It's weird, isn't it? Why do Wendell Pleakley from Lilo and Stitch. Vito Corleone from The Godfather. I styled that one out nicely, didn't I? That brings us to 58%. So for 58%, we've got Eddard Stark from Game of Thrones, Zuko from Avatar, Ellis Carver from The Wire, Elliot Stabler from Law and Order CC, SVU. It's not even funny anymore. SVU. That's it. That's just the name of it. That's just what it's called. I said C, but that was a mistake, not a joke. Julia from Cowboy Bebop. Sounds great. I've no idea what Cowboy Bebop is, but it's fun to say. Jeanette Fraser from Stargate CG-1. We've got Evan from Superbad. We've also got Alex Voss from Orange is the New Black. Smash Williams from Friday Night Lights. Mary Alice Young. I don't actually know who that is. I just thought, Smash! Desperate Housewives, 58%. We're looking at Alexis Rose, Schitt's Creek, 58%. Betty Cooper from Riverdale. John Diggle from Arrow. Sarah Seidel from CSI Crime Scene Investigation. Brienne of Tarth from Game of Thrones. Marjorie Tyrell and Melisandre also from Game of Thrones. I missed another transition. So 58% was brought to its end with Sarah Seidel of CSI, Crime Scene Investigation. And then 57% starts with Brienne of Tarth, Marjorie Tyrell, and Melisandre. We then move on to Amy Farrah Fowler from Big Bang Theory and Tom Haverford from Parks and Recreation, all 57%. Tyler Durden from Fight Club, William Adama, Battlestar Galactica, Rachel Menken from Mad Men, John Munch from Law and Order SVU, Jet Black from Cowboy Bebop. I'm sort of trying to, I've like sped up a bit because I've realised that by my laptop cutting out, I now have to do some editing, which is I've got over an hour's footage. Betsy from Mean Girls, 57%. Red from Orange is the New Black. Maybe from Arrested Development, possibly. Archie Andrews from Riverdale. Oliver Queen and Laurel Lance from Arrow. Dr. Sean Murphy from The Good Doctor. We've got Ellen Parsons from Damages. It would be pointless if I gave up now, wouldn't it? I'd be mugging myself off. Was this like a politician point? Like, I'd be mugging myself off. Yes, you would. So at 57% still, we are on Carmela Soprano from The Sopranos, which brings us to 56%. Beginning with Jaime Lannister from Game of Thrones. Loki from Marvel. Are you kidding me? I've done it again. No, I haven't done it again. Pat on the back. Michael Kelso from That 70s Show. We've got Miranda Bailey from Grey's Anatomy. Apu from The Simpsons. Howard Wolowitz from The Big Bang Theory. Bernadette Rostenkowski from The Big Bang Theory. Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead. The Joker from The Dark Knight. Concerning. June George, Mean Girls. Rosa Diaz from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Denny from The Room. We've got Buster Bluth, Arrested Development. Rachel Garrison from Ozark. Count Alexei Vronsky from Anna Karenina. Wayne Rigsby from The Mentalist. We've got Huck from Scandal. Angela Moss from Mr. Robot. Alicia Florrick from The Good Wife. Brian Johnson from The Breakfast Club. The 56% gang is vast. Kevin Ryan from Castle. Dr. Jennifer Melfi, sorry, my mistake, from The Sopranos. Coming in hot. Has my energy depleted? Like, I'm interested to see the beginning of the video in this part. Yes, I know, laptop, you do want to give up, and you've already given up once, but it's not happening. This is the part of the video where I kick an adapter for my Hoover. I never come in this room. This room's just full of stuff. Leo McGarry, 55% from The West Wing. John Locke from Lost. Addison, do you know what? I think it's at this point that I'm going to allow myself to remove last names. Sorry, someone just walked past and they can see me. And the thing that I am doing. Addison Montgomery from Grey's Anatomy, 55%. We're taking away the last names. Jimmy from Breaking Bad. Norman from The Wire. Rachel from The Dark Knight. If there's more than one character with the same name, Sherlock Holmes from Sherlock. Don't know why I said that one. Probably could guess that one. Monica Hall, Silicon Valley. Sorry, I've just had a silent conversation with myself in my head where I've said, keep saying the last names, mate. You're halfway. You might as well keep going. I'm nearly on 600. I'm seeing the light. Oh my God, second win. Seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Sick. 55% Dana Scully, The X-Files. Mal Cobb from Inception. Ellis Wyatt from Atlas Shrugged. Butch Coolidge from Pulp Fiction. Oscar Bluth, Arrested Development. Charlie Cheswick, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I've never wondered what character I was from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I haven't watched it in a long time either. But now I know. Duke from Dune. Duke from Dune. It's the part of the video where I kick the laptop and rearrange my position. Dr. Adrian from Space Force. Kate Beckett from Castle. Denny Crane from Boston Legal. Ted Mosby from How I Met Your Mother. James Bond from specifically Tomorrow Never Dies. Not just any James Bond. Morty from Rick and Morty. And then we get to 54%. Cho Chang, Harry Potter. Alastor Moody, Harry Potter. Moaning Myrtle, Harry Potter. Bob from That 70s Show. We've got Effie Trinket from The Hunger Games. Dexter from Dexter. Billy from Battlestar Galactica. Bert Cooper from Mad Men. Jordan Baker, The Great Gatsby. Amy March, Little Women. Jason Street, Friday Night Lights. Dagny Taggart from Atlas Shrugged. Leroy Jethro Gibbs from NCIS. Data from Star Trek The Next Generation. Dr. Gregory House from House. MD. Chidi from The Good Place. Prudence Knight from Sabrina. We've got Annalise Keating from How to Get Away with Murder. Alison Hargreaves from Umbrella Academy. Abigail Hobbs from Hannibal. Diane Lockhart from The Good Wife. We've got Dr. Jumba Jukiba from Lilo and Stitch. Does make sense because I am Lilo and Stitch. Olenna Tyrell is the first one that brings us into the 53% category. You thought you had me there, didn't you? Mr. Darcy, Pride and Prejudice. Eric Foreman, That 70s Show. Ned Flanders from The Simpsons. Excuse me. Gimli, Lord of the Rings. Simon Tam from Firefly. We've got Charlotte York from Sex and the City. We've got Lee from Battlestar Galactica. We've got Ed Hurley, Twin Peaks. Daisy Buchanan from The Great Gatsby. Lila Garrity from Friday Night Lights. Henry Reardon from Atlas Shrugged. Amy Santiago, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Berta, Two and a Half Men. Elliot Reed, Scrubs. Shoshana Shapiro from Girls. Moira Rose from Schitt's Creek. Also in at 53%, we've got Artie Abrams from Glee. Santana Lopez from Glee. Abby Whelan from Scandal. Nate Leahy, How to Get Away with Murder. Both from Riverdale, we've got Veronica Lodge and Cheryl Blossom. Vanya Hargreaves, The Umbrella Academy. I've just heard the music in the other room get turned up, and I think that might be because they can hear what I'm... Eleanor Gilbert, The Vampire Diaries. Haywood, The Shawshank Redemption. Now we come into the 52% category. We've got Asha Greyjoy, Game of Thrones. Kelly from The Office. Bart Simpson from The Simpsons. Also Milhouse from The Simpsons. Now that just can't be correct. I'm really starting to question the legitimacy of this and these results, but, you know, I think it's important to get them out there. Rhonda from The Wire. Robert Ford from Westworld. Bobby Briggs and Josie Packard from from Twin Peaks, Seth from Superbad, Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story, more Woody than Buzz. I think that says a lot about me, doesn't it? Tom Scarvo, Desperate Housewives, Dan Taylor, Forrest Gump, Olivia Pope and Jake Ballard from Scandal, Shirley Schmidt from Boston Legal, these are all 52%, and the final 52% is Cadargo from Farscape. Jack Shepherd from Lost comes in at 51%, and then we have Waylon Smithers from The Simpsons. Harry Morgan from Dexter, Avon Barksdale from The Wire, Lambert from Alien, Pennsatucky from Orange is the New Black. We've got Jake from Two and a Half Men, Miguel from This Is Us, Miguel probably, I don't know, Gabrielle Solis from Desperate Housewives. We've got Dr. Lisa Cuddy from House MD. Yeah, that's it. Dominique DePiero, Mr. Robot. Robin Shabatsky, How I Met Your Mother. Barney Stinson, How I Met Your Mother. Oh, so apparently I'm 51% Hannibal. Dr. Hannibal Lecter. From Hannibal. It's my second Hannibal result. Just like to note. Sansa from Game of Thrones is my first one, coming in at 50%. We then move to Bellatrix from Harry Potter, Toby from The West Wing, Juliet from Lost, Elim Garak from Deep Space Nine, Homer Simpson and Barney Gumble. I'm 50, so does that mean I'm 50% Homer, 50% Barney? I have been burping a fair bit, to be fair. I'm starting to regain my faith in this. And I hope you are too. Charlie Carson, Downton Abbey. We've got Annie Edison, Community. Don Draper from Mad Men. Colin from Crazy Rich Asians. Richard Hendricks from Silicon Valley. Raymond Holt from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Fitzgerald Grant from Scandal. Dr. Bedelia from Hannibal. Will from The Good Wife. Bianca from 10 Things I Hate About You. These are all 50%, remember, Homer and Barney. Captain Oliver from The Departed. We've got Bronn from Game of Thrones coming in at 49%. Meredith Palmer from The Office. My excitement's fluctuated so quickly now. It's like I'm coming in and out of consciousness. Michael Dawson from Lost, 49%. Ron Swanson from Parks and Recreation. Cedric from The Wire. We've got Ray from Jurassic Park. Benvolio from Romeo and Juliet. Charlie Swan from Twilight. Marty Bird from Ozark. I'm starting to feel a bit lightheaded. Is this how I die? Tasha Yar from Next Generation. We've got Hannah from Girls. Kimball from Mentalist. The Mentalist, just to clarify. Asher from How to Get Away with Murder. We've got F. Tony from Space Force. David Phillips. David Phillips. Something wants to come out of me. We've got, David Phillips. Said that. We knew that. 49%. What's he from? Crime Scene Investigation. Again, where are they from? Take one lesson from this. If you've made it this far, never assume pronouns. It's a nice takeaway for this, isn't it? Mr. Robot from Mr. Robot. Lee Shang from Mulan. Tom Hagen from The Godfather. Rick from Rick and Morty. And that brings us to 48%. I'm actually getting quite hungry. I decided to start filming this, and it's been the whole of my lunchtime. Sandor Clegane from Game of Thrones. Forgot to mention that this is the part that was the part of the video where I have a drink. So Sandor Clegane comes in at 48% from Game of Thrones. We've got Andy from The Office, Nick Fury from Marvel, Ziggy from The Wire, Roger Sterling from Mad Men. From Silicon Valley, we've got Ehrlich and Bertram, Dr. Abigail from The 100, Frank Delfino from How to Get Away with Murder, General Mark Arnett from Space Force, Chuck Bass, Gossip Girl, 48%, Diego Hargreaves from The Umbrella Academy, also 48%. I'm really starting to question everything about my life that's led me to this point. A deep dive into my psyche. I knew how to be normal at the beginning, and I've forgotten how to be myself now. Anyway, we are 48% Dr. Hannibal Lecter. So I'm 2 times the Hannibal Lecter I thought I was. Is that what's trying to come out of me? Farscape, someone from Farscape, 48%. Erin, Michael from The Godfather, Scarlett O'Hara from Gone with the Wind, and M from Tomorrow Never Dies. Which one was Judi Dench? Was that M or Q? I've got a Q for you. Who's M? Phileas Filtwick from Harry Potter comes in at 47%. We've got Lydia from Pride and Prejudice. Odo from Deep Space Nine. Also Worf from Deep Space Nine. This is deeply uncomfortable. I don't really sit on the floor very often, especially not for long periods of time. Some could argue that this was a bad idea. Christina Yang from Grey's Anatomy. Oh God, sitting up straight's forcing more burp out. Mike Ehrmantraut from Breaking Bad. Mary Cooper from Big Bang. We've got Gaius from Battlestar Galactica. Donald Cragen from Law and Order SVU. Myrtle Wilson from The Great Gatsby. Do you know what, this position isn't sustainable. Let's get comfy, guys. We're on 724. I think it's about time we got comfy. In fact, it is that time of the video where I get a bit more comfy. Myrtle Wilson from The Great Gatsby, 47%. We've got George S. Hammond from Stargate SG-1. Aaron Samuels from Mean Girls. Jerry Seinfeld from Seinfeld. Charlie Harper, 2.5 Men. Michael Bluth, Arrested Development. Wendy Bird from Ozark. And finally, for 47%, we've got Noah Puckerman from Glee and Tahani from The Good Place. Coming in at 46%, we have Monica from Friends. We have Walter from Breaking Bad. Stuart from The Big Bang Theory. We have Dallas from Alien. Ringo from Pulp Fiction. Lindsay from Arrested Development. Ray from Girls. Dr. Marcus Brody from Raiders of the Lost Ark. We have Johnny Rose from Schitt's Creek. All 46%. David from Scandal. Mike from Veep. Christopher from The Sopranos. Paulie Walnuts from The Sopranos as well. Janice from The Sopranos. Sonny from The Godfather. And coming in at 45%, we've got Varys from Game of Thrones. Jackie from That 70s Show. Joey from Dexter. Nick from The Wire. Peter from Silicon Valley. George Bluth from Arrested Development. Margaret from MASH. Perry Cox from Scrubs. Mary from Sabrina, Brian from Hannibal. You're not getting any last names anymore, I'm sorry. Tony from The Sopranos, I'm sure you can guess the last name there, 45%. Coming in at 44, we've got Horace Slughorn from Harry Potter, Jin-Soo Kwon from Lost, Robert Crawley, 7th Earl of Grantham, Downton Abbey, Jeff from Community, we've got Andrea from The Walking Dead, that neighbour who went out has come home. During the time it's taken me to get to 763, but the end is in sight, lads, because it's that time of the video where I rearrange again. Andrea from The Walking Dead, Miranda Hobbs from Sex and the City, Chris Partlow, the alien from Alien. I'm 44% the alien from Alien. I'm going to click on that one just in case. Yep, can confirm. The alien from Alien. I've lost faith in the quiz again. I've lost faith in the quiz again. Edie Britt from Desperate Housewives, Yao from Mulan, 44%, Summer Smith from Rick and Morty, coming in at 43%. We have Shannon from Lost. Let's see how many I can just bash out. Are you ready? Quark from Deep Space Nine, C-3PO from Star Wars, Gollum from Lord of the Rings, Lady Mary Crawley from Downton Abbey, Felix Gator from Battlestar Galactica. We've got Hector from Pirates of the Caribbean, D.I. Greg from Sherlock, Mark from The Room. Oh, hi, Mark. Rosalie Hale from Twilight, Prince Stepan Steva Oblonsky from Aaron You remember what it's called. Worf from The Next Generation, Star Trek. I'm Worf twice as well. I'm really starting to think that Tuco from The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, Sergeant Sean from The Departed, AJ from The Sopranos, and Peter Clemenza from The Godfather, coming in hot. 42%, we've got Theon Greyjoy from Game of Thrones, Krusty the Clown from The Simpsons, Ben Chang from Community. I thought it was important to specify because if you said Ben, I wouldn't know who you were talking about. Thomas from The Wire, Lee from Westworld, Cordelia Chase from Buffy. We've got Marcellus Wallace from Pulp Fiction, John Murphy from The 100. We've got Blair Waldorf, Gossip Girl, Dan Humphrey, Gossip Girl, Dr. Neil from The Good Doctor, could also be The Good Doctor, another contender. Severus Snape coming in at 41% from Harry Potter. We've got Violet Crawley, Dowager Countess of Grantham from Downton Abbey, 41%. Jane from Firefly, Russell from The Wire, Gretchen Wieners from Mean Girls, Alan Harper from Two Girls, it's 2.5 Men. Theodore Teabag Bagwell, Prison Break, 41%. We've got Freddie from Hannibal and Claire Standish from The Breakfast Club. Moving down to 40%, we've got Laurie Grimes from The Walking Dead, Jan Yang from Silicon Valley, Leyland Palmer, Twin Peaks, Piper from Orange is the New Black, Helen Seinfeld from Seinfeld, Darlene Snell from Ozark, Princess Elizaveta from Aaron Karenina. Melly from Scandal. We've got Jimmy from Hannibal. We've got Nico from Killing Eve, Patty Hughes from Damages, and Frank Costello from The Departed, all coming in a solid 40%. Of The Simpsons fame, coming in at 39%, we have Mo Sislak and Nelson Muntz. What a combo. Maria LaGuerta from Dexter. We've got Man in Black. Not from Men in Black, but from Westworld. This is the point of the video where my arm and leg do this. Dinesh from Silicon Valley, Lisa from The Room, Zelda Spellman from Sabrina, Lily Vander Woodson from Gossip Girl, we've got Jack from Hannibal, we've got Dr. Harry from The Flash, and then coming in unexpectedly at 38% is Robert California from The Office. Leslie Winkle from The Big Bang Theory, 38%. We're on 830, so we're close. We're close. Ian from Community, Frank from The Wire, Logan from Westworld, Dr. Eric Foreman from House MD, Stanley Hudson comes in at 37% from The Office. We've got Gus Fring from Breaking Bad, Mel Dixon from The Walking Dead. We've got the narrator from Fight Club, Harvey Dent from The Dark Knight. We've got Mr. from Inception, 37%. Brie Vanderkamp, Beverly Housewives, Desperate. Michaela Pratt, How to Get Away with Murder. Quentin from Arrow. Carrie from The Good Wife. Are They the Good Wife? Silvio Dante from The Sopranos. Yeah, we're still on 37%. We're fine. Cobra Bubbles from Lilo and Stitch. We've got Cersei Lannister coming in at 36% from Game of Thrones. Mrs. Bennet, Thomas Barrow, both from, first from Pride and Prejudice, second from Downton Abbey. As you can tell, I just lumped the two of them together because similar vibes, I feel. Lane Price from Mad Men, 36%. We've got Dennis Nedry from Jurassic Park, Sid Phillips from Toy Story. I'm burping. My laptop cut out on me. This is real life. This is performance art. George Bluth Sr., Arrested Development, Jacob from Ozark, Carlos from Desperate Housewives, Selena from Veep. And then coming in at 35% out of nowhere, quite shocked me if I'm honest, Lord Voldemort from Harry Potter, 35%. Victor Crumb from Harry Potter, Clay Davis from The Wire, George from Seinfeld, Agatha from Sabrina. I don't think I'm going to talk again for the next 17 years, maybe 1,000 years. Bonnie Winterbottom, How to Get Away with Murder, Matt Donovan, The Vampire Diaries, India from Gone with the Wind. Coming in at 34%, we've got George Wickham from Pride and Prejudice, Skylar White, Breaking Bad, Hank Schrader, Breaking Bad, Spiros from The Wire, Charlotte Hale from Westworld, Vicious from Cowboy Bebop, Robert Fisher from Inception, John from Prison Break, The Wicked Witch of the West from The Wizard of Oz, and Andrew Clark from The Breakfast Club. Ross Geller from Friends coming in at 33%. Continuing that trend of 33%, we've got Boromir from Lord of the Rings, we have Tommy from The Wire, we've got Ashley from Westworld, we've got The Wizard of Oz from, you guessed it, CSI Miami. That's a fucking joke because we're so close. The Wizard of Oz. Captain Jim from CSI, Carolyn from Killing Eve, 32% is Azula from Avatar, Darth Vader from Star Wars, we've got Sheldon Cooper from Big Bang, we've got a bit of Marty Hart from True Detective, Pierce from Community, Mr. Big, Sex and the City, James from Dexter. I'm getting a bit excited here. Henry Francis from Mad Men, Regina George from Mean Girls, Red John from The Mentalist, Cyrus Bean from Scandal, Amy from Veep, Ashley Wilkes from Gone with the Wind, 31%. Peter Baelish. I just got a little bit excited because I'm so close. I'm 6 away from 900. but there's still 100, which I've now realised is a lot. Dwight from The Office comes in at 31%, also alongside Peter Baelish from Game of Thrones, if I didn't already say that. Benjamin from Lost, Thanos to some from Marvel, whilst you marvel at this part of the video where both of my legs are here. Preston from Grey's Anatomy, Edna Krabappel from The Simpsons, Mary Schrader from Breaking Bad. Makes sense, I am also her husband. Why wouldn't I be Hank's wife? 31% Shane Walsh, The Walking Dead. Betty and Harry from Mad Men. We've got Mycroft from Sherlock, Walter from X-Files, Michelle from The Room, Baron Vladimir Harkonnen from Dune, Thurfear and Sue. No, Thurfear is from Dune, Sue Sylvester is from Glee. Dr. Marcus Andrews, another good doctor, in at 31%. Constantine from Killing Eve. 30% brings us to Draco Malfoy from Harry Potter, Scar from The Lion King, Catherine Martell from Twin Peaks, Cypher from The Matrix. We've got Mr. Potato Head from Toy Story. We've got Angel Eyes from The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. We've got Dr. Renee from Raiders of the Lost Ark. We've got Rachel from Glee. And we've got Scorpius from Farscape coming in at 29%. Excuse me. We know each other well enough by now for me not to have to worry about that, don't we? Just did another quiet one there, thought I'd let you know. 29% with the operative from Firefly, Gavin Belson from Silicon Valley, Peter from The Room, Evelyn from 2.5 Men, Dale from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, a Countess from Aaron and Karenina, Marnie Michaels from Girls, Rowan from Scandal, and Tyrell from Mr. Robot. 28%. We have Ryan from The Office, Mark Brandanowitz from Parks and Recreation. We have Sal from The Dark Knight. We have Lucille from Arrested Development. As you can see at this point, I'm basically a shell of the person I once was. Roy Petty from Ozark, Jonah Ryan from Veep. 27% brings us to Rita Skeeter from Harry Potter, Morty from Seinfeld, Luther Hargreaves from The Umbrella Academy. We've got Dan from Veep coming in at 26%. We've got Joffrey Baratheon from Game of Thrones, Red Foreman from That 70s Show. We've got another Count from Aaron Cararina, and a Countess from Aaron Cararina. Can I just catch a break? Tom Shays from Damages. And then we're at 25% now. I'm not going to lie, I think I missed my shift to 26, but you know what? We're so close, I'm just going to keep going. Jan from The Office. Saltai T from Battlestar Galactica. We've got Eleanor from Crazy Rich Asians. Which brings us to 24%. Angela Martin from The Office. Ducat from Deep Space Nine. Teresa Cullen from Westworld. Oh, I was going to say Twilight. Benjamin Horn from Twin Peaks. We've got Joey from 10 Things I Hate About You. We've got Dominar from Farscape. Jack Crawford from The Silence of the Lambs. Which brings us to 23% now. We're looking at Wynn from Deep Space Nine. Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. I'm clenching my fist here. I'm so ready for this to end. Mr. Burns from The Simpsons, 23%. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that. Sam Healey from Orange is the New Black. Colin from The Departed, which brings us to 22%. Principal Skinner, The Simpsons. Maurice from The Wire. Clarence from The Wire. Lau from The Dark Knight. Prince John from Robin Hood. Walter Stratford, 10 Things I Hate About You, coming in. 21%, we've got Tywin Lannister, Game of Thrones. We've got Junior from Sopranos. We've got Emilio from The Godfather. 20% now, Mr. William Collins, Pride and Prejudice. Sarah O'Brien, Downton Abbey. We've got Anthony Garcia, The Dark Knight. We've got Judith from Two and a Half Men. We've got Topper from Outer Banks. 19%, we've got Firelord from Avatar. We're talking about Thomas from Dexter, Pete from Mad Men, Bob Kelso from Scrubs. 18%, Coriolanus Snow, The Hunger Games, Agent Smith, The Matrix, Tom Buchanan, The Great Gatsby, Ash from Alien, James Taggart from Atlas Shrugged, Brad from Prison Break, Father Faustus from Sabrina. Now we're down to 17%. And it's at which time that I can tell you we are on 984. Lady Catherine de Bourgh, Major Arnold Tott. That was from Pride and Prejudice and Raiders of the Lost Ark, respectively. I think I literally nearly fell asleep. Terry Benedict from Ocean's 11 is 17%, which brings us to 16%. Byron Hadley, Shawshank Redemption. Stannis Baratheon, Garrus, Game of Thrones, 15%. James Norrington, Pirates of the Caribbean, and Alexander Conklin from The Bourne Identity are both 15%. 14% went to William Rowles, The Wire. Irvin from The Wire, Sheriff of Nottingham from Robin Hood. Frank Burns from MASH. A Nurse Mildred from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which brings us to 13%. Dolores Umbridge, Petunia Dursley, from Harry Potter. Also at 11%, we've got Cornelius Fudge from Harry Potter. 10% is Principal Vernon, The Breakfast Club. And finally, we have Samuel Norton from The Shawshank Redemption at 10%. I then got to the bottom here, which says, is this test accurate? The first thing it says is, the thing everyone asks about this test is it accurate? Which is hard to answer.